Did you know that nearly 50% of young adults feel disillusioned with politics? So who truly represents the future for young Americans? Kamala Harris or Donald Trump? Let's dive into it. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're tackling a super important topic: Kamala Harris versus Donald Trump and what their policies mean for young people. With both figures shaping today's political landscape, it's crucial to understand how their approaches could impact our lives moving forward. Now, can you imagine a future where your student loans are a thing of the past, your first home is within reach, and you have a job that not only pays the bills, but also makes a difference in your community? Have you ever wondered what your future will look like under the leadership of Kamala Harris versus Donald Trump? The stakes couldn't be higher, especially for young people who are navigating a world filled with challenges and opportunities in areas like education, job opportunities, healthcare, and climate change. But when you compare the policies of Kamala Harris to those of Donald Trump, the choice becomes clear. Number 1. Education and student debt relief. Kamala Harris understands the burden of student debt on young people. Her support for student debt relief and accessible higher education is a game changer. Imagine graduating college without the overwhelming weight of thousands of dollars in loans. Her plans aim to make higher education more affordable, giving young Americans a real shot at success without financial strain. On the other hand, under the Trump administration, there was little to no movement on student debt relief, leaving millions of young people struggling to pay off their loans. Can we afford to go back to those policies? Number 2. Job opportunities and economic impact. In today's competitive job market, securing quality employment is a top priority for young people. Kamala Harris has championed initiatives that promote job creation, especially in the fields of technology and clean energy. These sectors are not only the future, but also provide well-paying jobs that are crucial for economic growth. Under Trump, job growth was inconsistent, and his policies often favored the wealthy, widening the gap between rich and poor. How does this impact the African American community, particularly young black men trying to break into the job market? Number 3. Healthcare and abortion rights. Healthcare is another area where the difference between Harris and Trump is stark. Harris has been a staunch advocate for expanding access to affordable healthcare, understanding that young people often face gaps in coverage. She also supports reproductive rights, including access to abortion, ensuring that young women have control over their own bodies. In contrast, Trump's policies aim to dismantle healthcare access and restrict abortion rights. How would that have affected the minority employment rate and the overall economic impact on young women and families? Number 4. The urgent need for justice reform and racial equality. Justice reform is critical for young people, especially in communities of color. Harris has a long history of working on criminal justice reform, focusing on creating a system that is fair and just for everyone. Her policies aim to address systemic racism, which has disproportionately affected jobs and economic opportunities. Trump's approach to justice reform was inconsistent, often influenced by political pressures rather than a genuine commitment to change. Can we trust his leadership to bring about true racial equality and reform? Number 5. Climate change initiatives. Climate change is one of the most pressing issues for young people today. Harris's climate policies are forward-thinking, focusing on clean energy, environmental justice, and sustainable practices that will benefit future generations. Trump, however, rolled back numerous environmental regulations, putting short-term economic gains over the long-term health of our planet. What kind of future do we want to leave for our children and grandchildren? Number 6. $25,000 for first-time home buyers. Kamala Harris's proposal to provide $25,000 for first-time home buyers is a bold move that could significantly impact young adults trying to achieve the American dream of home ownership. This initiative would particularly benefit the African American community, where home ownership rates are lower due to systemic barriers. Meanwhile, Trump's housing policies did little to address these disparities, leaving many young people, especially minorities, locked out of the housing market. How would this initiative change the landscape of minority employment and economic growth in 2024? As the 2024 election approaches, the choice between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump couldn't be more significant. Harris's policies offer a path forward for young people with a focus on education, job opportunities, healthcare, climate change, and justice reform. In contrast, Trump's policies have often catered to the wealthy and powerful, leaving young Americans behind. The future is in our hands. Let's choose wisely. Who do you think is better for young adults, Kamala Harris or Donald Trump? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're interested in more discussions about political issues, don't forget to check out my other videos. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.
Support the channel, subscribe, like, comment, and share.